How could you say such a thing? Quick disclaimer. So, in today's topic, we are talking about bullying. I wanted to make it clear that no one is offended based on my expressions. We are not belittling this issue in any way. Maybe I'm just trying to give you a good laugh with my expressions, and you shall have a solution by the end of the video so we can fix this issue. Namaste. Yo, yeah, your stupidology. You look stupid. People don't tell you this, but I tell you what it is. Y'all look stupid. You look stupid. How could you say such a thing? Man, you're the real one. Yo, stupidology. I'm talking to you. You a loser. Yo, yeah. I gotta tell you this. It's important you know. In your school, nobody like you. Nobody like you. Look at me. I got all the fame and the attention. No, this is too much. Okay. Error. This is too much. You have crossed the line. This form of bullying is called verbal abuse. You saw, he verbally spoke things which hurtful to me, so this is why it is called verbal abuse. Yo, stupidology. You about to get a piece of my mind through text message. Let's go. Okay, I want to tell you this right now. You. I'm talking to you. Look at your phone. Don't come to school no more. We don't want to see you. Your glasses are ugly, and so is your hair. Get it straight. Stop showing yourself to school. This is my message to you. Send. Damn! How could you say such a thing? That was hurtful to my colon. But really, how could you say such a thing? You are something. As you guys saw, that was what is like a cyber bullying or bullying through the technology. Internet, it can be through phone. You get it. It is not verbal, direct one-to-one, but it is online. It is like through the technology. That is the other form of bullying.
Hey guys, so as you saw in the previous clips, we talked about bullying. We were talking about the verbal form of bullying, verbal abuse, and we were talking about cyber abuse, the cyber form of bullying through the internet. These two forms. Now, let's begin to talk about the solution to these forms of bullying. These tips I'm about to offer can include, they can also be a solution for physical bullying, people who may be getting bullied physically, along with these other two aspects of bullying. Okay, so instead of targeting the person who's bullying the victim, instead of focusing on him or her, whomever they may be, let's change this around. Let's turn this around. Let's focus on the victim. the person who is getting bullied. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to work on the person who's getting bullied. So let's get started step by step. The first thing is the mental aspect of the victim. So what do we want to do? So it's like this. The opposite party, the person who is bullying, is throwing arrows. Their words are like arrows. They're like hitting the victim, right? They're hitting the victim and the victim is getting hurt, right? So what you have to understand is mentally you must have a different standpoint, a different stance. That being, your mental stance should be, it's okay if other people say bad things. People have various different kinds of opinions, and it's okay if they share. Obviously, it's okay if they share the positive ones. It's okay if they share the negative ones too. Right? Because whatever their opinions are, they don't represent me. They represent the bully. Interesting concept. So, whatever people give, or whatever the bully gives, it's not for the victim. It's not talking about the victim. It's showing what the bully is. Right? So, you represent yourself. The victim represents himself or herself. So that's the first aspect, mental strength. You should be defining yourself mentally. Your opinions about yourself should be the ones that count, not others' opinions about you. That's the first part. Second part is the emotional strength. Now, what you want to do is, when someone says something, obviously negative, if it's positive, obviously you would want to experience those good feelings and things like that, right? But if someone is saying something which you may not like, right? Then if it's something that you think would be hurtful or something like that, then you want to keep it at an intellectual level. They said this, okay, fine. But do not let it sink to your emotions. So it's about having the choice that I, as the victim, can choose how I want to feel, independent of what the other person is saying, because they're my feelings, right? So I should feel the way I want to feel based on my own choice, not based on what the opposite party or the bully has said or is saying. Not based on the arrows they're throwing with their words, but based on how I want to feel by my own free will of choice. Keeping these 2 points in check, having the mental clarity that only my opinions count and not others' opinions about me. That's one. Then number 2, having the emotional intelligence or smartness about our own emotions, that I can choose to feel how I want to feel. And I don't need to let the opposite bully make me feel a certain way based on his or her words that they're uttering towards me. I can choose my feelings. So when we keep these 2 things in check, we're moving closer to strength, mental strength and emotional strength. Now, I want to talk about something different at this next step. I'm sure you may or may not have heard about chakras, the energy centers which are said to be located in the body. Metaphysical energy points, right? So this chakra, which we need to strengthen in order to increase our presence and to increase strength of character is the root chakra, which is located tailbone, genitalia region. That's the region it is. The base is the root chakra. So now understand this. If you are not familiar with these concepts, then it could seem a little bit odd to say that how can this have to do with bullying, right? So, or how can this be a solution, right? So this can be a solution, and the solution is to have a strong root chakra. Next question is how do we obtain a strong root chakra? How do we cultivate it? How do we develop? So I've seen this from past to present. I know that I used to have not a very strong root chakra, but then I developed it over the years, and I can see the difference. That when I say something, it is more respected than before, and my presence is more grounded, and it's not just like dust. People have respect for your presence. I can see the difference in having a weak root chakra to having a strong root chakra. I can see the difference. The way to develop a strong root chakra. Okay, so there's something you can do for the present and the future. So the key here is to digest all the food and things that you put into the system 100%. It has to, whatever you put in your system has to go out 100%. So this can be beneficial to increasing and having a stronger base, a foundation in your system. So here it is, right? So the way to do this from here on now, past is different, we can deal with that later. From today to the future, whatever we take in. So take it in with awareness. How do we do this? Okay, so you have all your food, right? In front of your face. It's sitting there. Okay, first, let's say namaste. First, let's show respect to the food. It's going in our system. It is going into our system. So we want to ensure that it is respected. When we respect things, they respect us, and they work positively. So you must put your hands together and say namaste to all the food, admiring all the food that is in front of you. All things that you're about to put into your system, you admire them and you say namaste. Okay? Next step is 25% of digestion happens through our vision, seeing. So make sure that you see the food you're about to eat clearly. See it clearly. Take some time for that. Take a few minutes. Then 25% of digestion also occurs in the touch. So whenever you're eating, you want to touch your food with awareness. So you should really feel it coming in contact with your skin. You should really become aware of that sensation of the food. Take a few minutes for that. Then 25% again is in the taste. When you put the food in your mouth, make sure you taste it thoroughly and don't just wobble it around and swallow it. Taste it properly. Pay attention. Pay attention what's happening inside your mouth, and pay attention to the taste of the food. Every unit of food you put in, like say if you take one can of rice, you take this much rice, right? You put the rice in the mouth, that's 1 unit. Pay attention for each unit. That is 75% of the digestion done. You have digested your food 75% already. Now when you put it in, the body will do 25% of the job. Then your food will digest 100%. So this is how you can deal with the food and intake for the present and the future. So it goes through your system and you can digest it. And this will add to your root chakra being stronger because the food you have eaten has digested and you have gained that strength in the base chakra, root chakra. Okay? Present and future, complete. Perfect. Now, we have to deal with the past. All those times we did not eat properly, all those times we didn't digest whatever we've eaten or drank, whatever food or anything that's left inside the system currently, we have to get that stuff out in order to make our root chakra stronger than it is now. Okay, so some things you can do are increase the fiber in your diet. Have more fiber in your diet every single day so that whatever's inside your system can begin to have a lubrication and exit more smoothly. Then increase the water intake. Drink lots of water, at least a few liters a day. With this, you'll see more cleansing happening, right? Very useful. Then another thing, again, this is one of the uncommon understood things, right? Things that are not understood but are effective. Take some time to relax from your beliefs. Mentally, we have many times a strong grip on things, like whether you believe in this or that. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Sometimes you need to take a break from what you believe. When you take a break from that, you can allow your system to work more effectively. Don't get me wrong. This break from your beliefs, you can do it for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. It's however long you would like. Then, after that, you can catch and hold on to your beliefs again. You can use your beliefs to run your life. There's nothing wrong with that. But just try to mentally, just when you're doing this, the break from your beliefs, just understand all my beliefs are nonsense. Whatever I have in my head, all the ideas, the concepts, so many different complex ideologies and so many different belief systems, they're all nonsense. Let me just hold them aside for a moment. It's a simple technique just to relax from all the mental stuff. And then whenever you want to use them, you can catch them again and believe whatever you want to believe and think what you want to think. Okay, so now let me give you a visualization exercise which can move you in the direction to obtain that strong, firm, and grounded root chakra, which will help you build a strong personality and have a respected presence. Okay, so what you have to do is use your visualization abilities, right? Visualize a red beam of light, right? Visualize that in the tailbone region and the genitalia region as a circular, burning, hot beam of light. And see it in your mind getting brighter and brighter, red and red and red. And then this burning light, this red burning light, bring it through the bottom part of your body into the core of the earth, which is also very hot and is also the same color. Now, see this experience you're having as a way to connect with the core of the earth. And visualize that you're becoming more grounded. Visualize that you're sitting in such a way that gravity is pulling you down. You feel the weight on your legs. You feel your tailbone having a huge presence upon the ground. It's almost like your tailbone is sucked to the ground. Your weight is on your buttocks. It's like gravity is pulling you down an extra 100 times more than it was before. Feel that weight of gravity pulling you to the core of the earth. When you do this, relax a little in this state where you're feeling the gravity pulling you down to the core of the earth, your whole body down to the core of the earth, and you're feeling very heavy, especially your tailbone region and the anus region, the buttocks region. It's feeling very dense and connected to the ground because it's being sucked to the center of the earth. Be in this heavy state for as long as you like. You can increase the duration with practice. This can move you towards the direction of strengthening your root chakra. And when you have a strong root chakra, you can have a firm and solid personality. People can respect what you say, and they are much less likely to step over your words. You would not be bullied because your presence is more living and alive. Having a weak root chakra, the presence is almost non-existent. That's why people step on our shoes whenever this is the case. So when you have the opposite, when you have that presence, right? Then when you say stop, your presence will be felt by the opposite person and they will stop. Because the presence is very important. Sometimes not everybody is as caring and sensitive that they would care about all the ants that cross their feet outside. No. So let alone care about what they say, how it affects other people. But when you develop your presence, you would definitely reach their consciousness. You would definitely grab their attention. Then you have found a solution and you have come out of bullying. Thank you all for watching. And please do share this video so we can raise awareness about the solution to bullying. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.